Hello and welcome to this session. Today, we will be continuing with essential English grammar. The exercises that our learned participants will be solving today pertain to the past continuous tense, probably the easiest form of the tense. So, exercises will follow, of course, and we'll also get to listen to two of our learned participants after we finish with the exercises. But it shall be in the order of things. If first we say hello to our learned participants and just get to understand what they're doing. Here we go. Okay, good evening, Isha.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, victorious, fantastic, absolutely happy, absolutely contented, absolutely wise, absolutely handsome, and absolutely powerful, and absolutely in a position to say, I have never been better before. How are you, my dear?
I am fantastic, glorious, and I am on the way of my journey. And I am the best. I am the most beautiful and knowledgeable person on the world. So I can say I have never been better before.
Wow, Isha, that confidence is absolutely great. So happy to see the way you said the things. Oh, wow. So very impressed with you, Isha.
Thank
Keep
you,
up the
sir.
good work. Okay. All right. Vamsi, good evening.
Right. Good evening, Biswajit. How are you?
Fantastic, fantabulous, victorious, glorious. The brightest entity in the entire universe, the wisest and the handsomest and the most contented and the kindest, and being in the company of illustrious souls such as yourself, Isha, Kirti, Palavi, Seema, Sneha, and my friends in the team, and of course the other participants who have not joined us today, I can say I'm also the most blessed. And how are you? Before I ask you how you are, I should say that all these positivities, all these positive factors fuel me to say with confidence that I've never been better before. So how are you, Vamsi?
Fantastico. I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm feeling very brave. Getting rid of my all the limiting beliefs. Sorry, and with that feeling, I'm feeling that I've never been better before.
Great. Vamsi, you are doing a great job. Wonderful. Yes, I must tell you this, that get out of the limitations that you yourself have imposed on your personality. You are too strong to be dominated over by others. In fact, you have enough power to trample all this rubbish underfoot, the rubbish that has been troubling you. You are already a great speaker. You are already on your way to great things in life, not just happiness and contentment, but a lot of opulence and a lot of creative satisfaction, a lot of professional satisfaction. It's all going to be great for you, Vamsi, right? Just realize that you are already very good. And of course, you are improving, and soon you will be the best speaker on earth. Okay, let me put it that way. There'll be no
Thank
competition.
you.
You'll have no parallels, right?
Thank you
Okay.
so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vamsi, for finding time out. Thank you, Isha, also for finding time out for the class. All right, moving on. Okay, Kirti, good evening. Kirti, good evening. Unmute yourself. Unmute. Ah,
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
fantastico. Fantabulous. Brilliant, bright, wise, handsome, strong, and powered by the inner core, the innermost core of divinity. And that's what makes me proclaim that I'm the happiest man on earth and I have never been better before. And how are you, my dear?
I'm the glorious, victorious conqueror of the world. And I have taken your name. But yes, I am. I'm conqueror of the world, and I'm the happiest person, and I'm at cloud nine, and I have never been better before.
Good, Kirti. Well done. Okay, moving on. Isha. Isha, hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
I have already said a few good things about you. Another good thing that I just missed out is the beaming smile. I didn't mention it today, so I thought that I should take this opportunity of saying that the beaming smile is indicative of your being in the happiest state of your life, the happiest moment of your life, right? And you have never been better before. Keep smiling like this all the time. You are doing great. All right.
Just because of this class, because this class is just full of confidence and full of positivity. No one feel in this class be sad. Even if someone is sad, no one feels sad at a 1 hour.
Thank you, Isha. And I'm so glad that you are finding this class useful. Moving on. Pallavi, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
How would a victorious person feel? Somebody who has been winning all the battles in his life or her life, one who has been vanquishing one's adversaries, one who has all the power at his disposal, one who is exceedingly good looking, one who has a powerful voice, one who's wise, one who's full of contentment, one who's composed, one who is in a position to say that he has never been better before. And I am in that position. So I say, I've never been better before. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm also very good, and I'm feeling like after joining this class, very happiest, as Isa said. And also, it is really true that after joining this class, all my tiredness like just go nowhere. And yes, I am feeling really happy and really fortunate to be the student of this training program. And yes, because of that, I have never been better before.
Okay, I'll grant it to you. You spoke so sweetly that I can't make you do it again today. Okay, you spoke very sweetly. Um, uh, Indeed, Pallavi, you ought to be happy. You ought to be happy because when you are happy, you do things better. With a mind cluttered with anxieties, when you are in a position that is not a happy one, you cannot do your work all that well, unless, of course, you're a yogi, unless, of course, you're a rishika. I believe there is time for you to become a rishika. You still need maybe a lot of. Probably you'll become a rishika this in this lifetime, but then for that you'll need a different kind of an orientation. Right now, you continue to be a great speaker because I don't want to. I of course would like to see you as a spiritually enriched and a spiritually enriching person, but I would before that want to listen to your great speeches, your great public performances. All right. So welcome aboard again, welcome again, and I'm so happy to have you. And thank you, Pallavi, for finding time for us yet again today.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
moving
you.
on. Thank you, Pallavi. Okay, Sneha, hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Before starting the class, I'm little tired, but after hearing such a huge, energyful sound of voice of everyone, I just get all the energy, and you can feel the sound, feel the voice of me when while I'm talking just some time before and now. Even a person is hungry, and if he gets food, and the energy will full in his body, same as it is if our person is dull and slow after attending the class and after hearing such a beautiful and energetic voice of everyone, automatically he gets energy. So same as I have never been better before.
Wonderful, Sneha. Well said. So wonderfully. I'm very happy that you're finding these classes useful. You've praised me, you've praised your co-learners. You also deserve praises in equal measure. Okay, you have been toiling very hard lately, I know that. Yet you have been a regular student. You have been practicing, although you missed the practice over the last few days. I'm aware of that because of extreme pressures, things that were unavoidable. So sometimes, because of unavoidable circumstances, we cannot do things that we are supposed to do. But that doesn't take away anything from you. You have been a great student and you're working very hard. And as I say always, the day is not far off when you will be fit to be standing on a professional pedestal to deliver a speech that will be listened to, that will be received by the best of best in the world, right? So, welcome again, Sneha. So great to have you back. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, Seema. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How is
I
the
think sir,
best teacher in the world doing?
I am great, sir. I have never been better before, sir.
All right. Look, that is the spirit, right? I know that you have certain issues. Um, we are humans after all, and the human body will become, will suffer from affliction sometimes. That's unavoidable. Yet you are doing such a great job. You're a regular in the class and you're practicing. Sometimes you might miss practice because of the immense load of responsibilities that you shoulder all the time, but yet you're doing a very good job. And what I said to Isha, what I said to Sneha also applies to you, that soon enough, your pro speeches will be a craze with one and all. Okay? People would queue up to listen to you. Thank you for joining us, Seema.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? Right. Okay. Nitesh, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I was waiting for that question. Great. Okay. All right. Let me put it this way, that a person who's the wisest, the most contented, the handsomest, most powerful, completely at peace with his own being, one who has friends as beautiful and as spiritual and as resplendent as yourself, and Vamsi and Sneha and Manisha and Kirti and Isha and Seema and Pallavi and every other participant who hasn't joined us today, one is without a trace of doubt going to be in such a vantage position from where he or she can proclaim that he or she has never been better before. That is why I say with immense amount of confidence that I have never been better before. How are you, my dear?
Uh, Same as you, but the energy you were exuding and the atmosphere that has been created by presence of so many great souls here, I can say that I'm learning so many new things, every day learning new things from so many great speakers here, and they speak a lot about different topics that you give, very intelligently chosen topics, and I get to learn so many new things every day. So that makes my everyday better and better, and that's forced me to say that I have never been better before.
Okay, I'll grant it to you. Well said. Indeed, your co-learners are, and your friends are indeed very learned and very bright, and you yourself are very learned and very bright. It's a great class. It's a great batch that I'm dealing with. Thank you, Nitesh, for finding time out. Right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay. Moving on. Good evening, Manisha.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. One who has your company can certainly not be gloomy, right? One is bound to be the happiest soul on earth when one is in company of illustrious souls such as yourself, Sneha, Vamsi, Nitesh, Kirti, Isha, Pallavi, Seema, and others. So, that great positivity that I feel surrounded by because of the presence of illustrious and bright people like you, I can confidently say that I have never been better before. How are you?
Same here. I have also never been better before, and I had a good day in the office because there was a party, retirement party. So I had good food, and though I'm also missing that loneliness, that emptiness that will be created there because of going, because someone is leaving that place. But still, I'm happy that I have learned so many things from him, and he has helped me in so many ways. So I'm thankful to him, and that's why I've never been better before.
Wonderful, Manisha. Great, great. This going and coming will keep happening, right? At some point of time, we came, right? When we came, we replaced some people, and then others came. Of course, they didn't replace us, but then they replaced others, right? And soon there will be new faces who will be replacing us. So this coming and going will continue, but the work never stops. Nobody in this world is indispensable. Some people made the mistake of thinking that they are indispensable, and they all paid heavy prices. There were some Mughal kings who thought that they were indispensable, right? And they were all glorious and all powerful, but they fell flat on their faces. They were vanquished and humiliated, sometimes by their loved ones, right? Let's move on and start with the exercises. Simple past tense exercises. Very simple stuff. Past continuous and past simple. All these tenses are so easy. In the beginning, I did say that we will be doing the past continuous tenses. My apologies for giving the agenda incorrectly. Today, we'll be doing the simple past tense exercises, right? Simple past tense exercises. So, very simple, absolutely simple. What is past tense? We simply say what has happened in the past. Manisha painted a beautiful portrait. She painted a beautiful portrait. That happened in the past. Nitesh wrote a brilliant essay. He wrote it in the past, right? Sneha played the violin. She played the violin in the past. Seema cooked delicious kheer. She cooked the kheer in the past. So we are just talking about the past, right? So my apologies again, learned participants. It's not past continuous that we'll be doing today. We'll be doing simple past tense. And for those of you who are following this course as a series of YouTube videos, please excuse me for saying that we'll be doing past continuous exercises today. That we'll be doing in the next lecture. Today we'll be doing the simple past tense exercises. So here we go. Let's start. All right. You have to fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verbs in the parenthesis. I've said it repeatedly, and let me say it again. The parenthesis simply means the brackets, right? Just in case there's any confusion. Okay. All right. So there's another message for me. Let's see. It comes from Pallavi. Pallavi writes, "We are really fortunate, sir, that we are receiving such wonderful knowledge from you." And then there are beautiful smileys. Thank you, Pallavi. Truly appreciate your your feelings. And I'm very happy that you do feel that this class is giving away these sessions are giving you some good tips for life as well. All right. I'll solve the first one and I'll start with Vamsi. So Vamsi will repeat the same sentence and then we'll take it on from there. So fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verbs in parentheses. Please note that we are dealing with affirmative sentences, positive sentences, not negative sentences, right? So all that we say will be positive sentences. All right. So moving on. Vamsi. She dash visit her grandmother last weekend. The solution will be she visited her grandmother last weekend. Now, in this exercise and some of the exercises that will follow, I will not be reading the word in the parenthesis. You'll have to read it yourself. I'll just be reading the sentence. So, she visited her grandmother last weekend because we are using simple past tense over here. It's something that happened in the past. Okay, Vamsi. She dash her grandmother last weekend.
She visited her grandmother last weekend.
Correct. Nitesh. They dash football in the park yesterday.
They played football in the park yesterday.
Spot on. Isha. He dash a great movie last night.
He watched a great movie last night.
Correct. Manisha. I dash to Spain last summer.
I traveled to Spain last summer.
Correct. Kirti. The students dash the exam with flying colors.
The students passed the exam with flying colors.
Correct. Pallavi. Jenny dash delicious cookies for the party.
Jenny baked delicious cookies for the party.
Correct. Sneha. Tom dash a fascinating book last month.
Tom read a fascinating book last month.
Correct. Now let me take a minute to explain this this verb. Now read, the spelling of read is R-E-A-D. The spelling of read is also R-E-A-D. But the pronunciation changes. Read has to be read as read when we are reading a sentence in the present tense, and the same word read will have to be read as or spoken as read. R-E-A-D will be spoken of as read when we are talking of the things that happened in the past, when we are using past tense. All right, moving on. Seema, we dash the museum on Sunday.
He visited the museum on Sunday.
Correct. Vamsi, the cat dash a mouse around the house.
The cat chased a mouse around the house.
Correct. Nitesh, Sarah dash a beautiful song at the concert.
Sarah sang a beautiful song at the concert.
Correct. Moving on to exercise 2. Fill in the blanks with the negative form of the verbs in the parenthesis. I'll solve the first one. Isha will be repeating what I'll just be saying. Now, the same philosophy will work here. The same principles will have to be used here. She, and see the hint expression in the bracket, in the parenthesis, it's not visit. So she not visit her grandmother last weekend. So what will it be? She did not visit her grandmother last weekend, or she didn't visit her grandmother last weekend. Didn't and did not are the same thing. So she did not visit her grandmother last weekend. Please see, please take note. I am not saying she did not visited her grandmother last weekend. I've seen the top-notch people speak like that. Once you use the word did, once you have made it clear that things are happening in the past, the verb form is not used in the past tense. I'll never say she did not visited her grandmother last weekend. I'll always say she did not visit her grandmother last weekend. Simple, right? Okay, Isha. She dash her grandmother last weekend.
She did not visit her grandmother last weekend.
Correct. Manisha, they dash football in the park yesterday.
They did not play football in the park yesterday.
Correct. Kirti, he dash a great movie last night.
He didn't watch a great movie last night.
Correct. Pallavi, I dash not travel to Spain last summer.
I did not travel to Spain last summer.
Correct. Sneha, the students dash the exam with flying colors.
The student do not pass the exam with the flying colors.
Try again, my dear.
The student didn't pass the passed the exam with flying colors.
Sneha, you made the same mistake that I was referring to. When you are saying didn't and did not are the same thing. Okay. When I say didn't, once I use did in a sentence, did or did not, the verb form will not be used in the present tense form. The verb form will be used in the present tense form. Like, the students did not pass the exam with flying colors is correct. I cannot say the students didn't or did not pass the exam with flying colors. That'll be wrong. Because did or did not, the expression did or the expression did not, are already conveying that things happened in the past. That is why the verb form that we use for such sentences is always in the present form. So, although colloquially these things don't matter, but please keep it in mind, the students did not pass the exam with flying colors. Is that okay, Sneha? Understood?
Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sneha, try the next one. Sneha, for you again. Jenny dash delicious cookies for the party.
Jenny did not bake delicious cookie for the party.
Spot on. Seema, Tom dash a fascinating book last month.
Tom did not read a fascinating book last month.
Correct. Vamsi, we dash the museum on Sunday.
We did not visit the museum on Sunday.
Correct. Nitesh, the cat dash a mouse around the house.
The cat did not chase a mouse around the house.
Correct. Manisha, Sarah dash at the concert.
Sarah did not sing at the concert.
Spot on. Moving on. Okay. Simple past interrogative question. Interrogative sentences these are. You have to make questions out of these exercise, these problems that have been given. So how do we make the exercises? Very simple. Since these are kind of positive, affirmative questions, so we'll be using it in the positive sense. Don't get into too much of theory. Just understand with your gut. Dash she visit is in the parenthesis. Dash she visit her grandmother last weekend. Simple. Did she visit her grandmother last weekend? Did she visit her grandmother last weekend? As simple as that, right? Did she visit her grandmother last weekend? Why are we not saying did she visited her grandmother last weekend? Because did has already told us that it's happened in the past. Once we use did or did not, we never use the past form of the verb, right? So if we had not used did, then we could have said she visited her grandmother last weekend, because did and did not have not been used. But when I'm using did or did not, I just have to say, did she visit her grandmother last weekend? In the negative sentence, negative form will be, did she not visit her grandmother last weekend? But here we are dealing with positive, with the positive form, with the affirmative kind of questions. So a correct answer is, one of the possible answers is, did she visit her grandmother last weekend? That is my solution. Okay, Kirti, you can repeat. Dash she visit dash she her grandmother last weekend.
Did she visit her grandmother last weekend?
Okay, well, spot on. Now I'll be speaking the verb, because here the verb can be spoken, so I'll be speaking the verb as well as I go on. All right, Pallavi, dash they play football in the park yesterday.
Did they play football in the park yesterday?
Correct. Isha, dash he watch a great movie last night.
Did he watch a great movie last night?
Correct. Sneha, dash you travel to Spain last summer.
Did you travel to Spain last summer?
Correct. Seema, dash the students pass the exam with flying colors.
Did the student pass the exam with flying colors?
Correct. Vamsi, dash Jenny bake delicious cookies for the party.
Did Jenny bake delicious cookies for the party?
Correct. Nitesh, dash Tom read a fascinating book last month.
Did Tom read a fascinating book last month?
Correct. Manisha, dash we visit the museum on Sunday.
Did we visit the museum on Sunday?
Correct. Kirti, dash the cat chase a mouse around the house.
Did the cat chase a mouse around the house?
Correct. Isha, dash Sarah sing at the concert.
Did Sarah sing at the concert?
Correct. Correct. All right. Now, simple past interrogative negative question. You know, I have already explained it to you. The solution to the first will be what? Form negative questions using the words provided. Dash she not visit her grandmother last weekend? Same thing. Did she not visit her grandmother last weekend? All right. Okay. Pallavi, take the same question. Dash she not visit her grandmother last weekend?
Did she not visit her grandmother last weekend?
Correct. Sneha, dash they not play football in the park yesterday?
Did they not play football in the park yesterday?
Correct. Seema, dash he not watch a great movie last night?
Did he not watch a great movie last night?
Correct. Vamsi, dash you not travel to Spain last summer?
Did you not travel to Spain last summer?
Correct. Nitesh, dash the students not pass the exam with flying colors?
Did the students not pass the exam with flying colors?
Correct. Manisha, dash Jenny not bake delicious cookies for the party?
Did Jenny not bake delicious cookies for the party?
Correct. Kirti, dash Tom not read a fascinating book last month?
Uh, did Tom not read a fascinating book last month, or didn't Tom read a fascinating book last month?
Correct. Both are the same. Correct. Well done. All right. Isha, dash we not visit the museum on Sunday?
Did we not visit the museum on Sunday?
Correct. Sneha, no, Pallavi. Pallavi, dash the cat not chase a mouse around the house?
Did the cat not chase the mouse around the house?
Correct. Vamsi, no, before Vamsi, no, not Vamsi. Seema, Seema, dash Sarah not sing at the concert?
Did Sarah not sing at the concert?
Correct. So all the solutions to exercise 3 and exercise 4 happen to be did, right? So I still kept these exercises so that you understand how did combines with the present form of the verb. Did or did not, right? Combined with the present form of the verb to convey something that happened in the past. Okay, moving on. Now for exercise 5, I'll give no hints. You will just have to use the correct form of verbs in the parenthesis, the simple past forms, remember. Okay? All right. Vamsi. I'm changing the order now. Vamsi. She dash her grandparents last summer.
She visited her grandparents last summer.
Correct. Sneha. They dash have a picnic in the park yesterday.
They have.
You're right. Go ahead. Say it.
They had a picnic in the park yesterday.
Spot on. The past form of have is had. All right. Seema. He dash the project before the deadline.
He completed the project before the deadline.
Correct. Nitesh. I dash my old friend at the mall.
I met my old friend at the mall.
Correct. Manisha. The cat dash a squirrel up the tree.
The cat chased a squirrel up the tree.
Correct. Kirti. We dash a fascinating documentary on TV.
We watched a fascinating documentary on TV.
Correct. Isha. Jenny dash bake a delicious cake for the party.
Jenny baked a delicious cake for the party.
Correct. Pallavi. Tom dash 3 books last month.
Tom read 3 books last month.
Correct. Vamsi. They dash go on a road trip across the country.
They went on a road trip across the country.
Correct. Sneha. It dash heavily all day yesterday.
It rained heavily all day yesterday.
Correct. Okay, Vamsi. Now we'll be doing the paragraph exercises. You are the one who is going to solve it. Okay? There can be some mixes also. So please be careful. Will all be simple past tenses? Maybe, may not be. So Vamsi will be the one who will be solving this question. Before that, let me read this out. Vamsi, you can take your time, maybe a minute or a two, to make your mind up, to just maybe cogitate over the exercise in your mind. Okay. So last summer, my family and I dash take a memorable vacation to the beach. We dash rent a cozy cottage right by the sea. On the first day, we dash walk along the shore and dash collect seashells. In the mornings, we dash watch the sunrise over the horizon. The kids dash build sandcastles, and my sister and I dash enjoy long walks on the beach. One day, we dash visit a local seafood restaurant. The food there dash be delicious. We dash try various seafood dishes. The vacation dash end too soon, but we dash create wonderful memories that will last a lifetime. Shoot whenever you are ready. You can shoot, Vamsi. You tell me when you're ready. You can take a couple of minutes to form your to just think over.
Sure. Yeah.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Last summer, my family and I took a memorable vacation to the beach. We rented a cozy cottage right by the sea. On the first day, we walked along the shore and collected seashells. In the mornings, we watched the sunrise over the horizon. The kids built sand castles, and my sister and I enjoyed long walks on the beach. One day, we visited a local seafood restaurant. The food there was delicious. We tried various seafood dishes. The vacation ended too soon, but we created wonderful memories that will last a lifetime.
All correct. Well done. Moving on. Vamsi, now you have to read with all the energy and force you can command what is written over here. Go ahead.
Yeah. You must excel. The key to success is daily practice. If you wish to be a super champ, never skip practice. You are born to win and live happy.
Great, great. That brings us to the end of this presentation. And now, since Seema, I have given a kind of a buffer because of her health, I would want 2 other learned participants. I mean, of course, turns are going to come pretty soon since we have very few participants now. But it's good in a way. Those who are getting to practice and getting to speak on a public forum, you must see this as a huge opportunity. You must be happy that you're getting this opportunity. Okay. So the one who's going to take up the first topic for the spontaneous speech today will be Manisha. Manisha, be ready. Manisha, say hello to me.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Manisha. Just 1 second. Let me set the timer. Manisha, I'm giving you a difficult topic, right? And I'm sure you'll pull it off well. The topic is, those who do good often suffer, but they should still do good. Repeat. Those who do good often suffer, but they should still do good. Those who do good often suffer, but they should still do good. Start.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, sir, for this topic. And the topic is those who do good often suffer, but they should still do it. I would like to make a bit correction. It is not, but they should still do it. It should be, but they must still do it because we are human and we are here on this planet to help each other. Right? What's the point of being a human if you cannot understand emotions, if you cannot help other persons? Because there are so many living beings. Yes, they are also helping us in one way or other. For example, trees, they tell us, or we can learn from them, that how you can be so helpful without asking anything without asking anything in return. I don't think that we ever try to give trees or to other, like to animals, so much. No, we don't give anything to them, honestly. Yes, you can take good care of plants and animals if you can feed them, if you can provide water to them or good environment to them. But honestly, what they are offering to us is nothing, what we are giving them in return. So we can learn all these things from our nature, from our earth, right? We are living here on earth, and I don't think that we are honestly we are doing so much to live here on this earth, because we are just born here and we are living our life. We are not doing anything so great in return. So yes, and as a human, this is our need, or this should be our utmost priority, to understand how other human is doing, and what are their problems, what are their happiness. It is fine that if you're not involved in someone's happiness, but you should be there when someone is in distress, then you should help them. And yes, it happens that most of the people who help others, they often suffer. And I think this is the time, or this is, we say that Kali Yuga, this happens, that people who try to help others, they suffer the most. Because now there is a quote which is said that take everything with a pinch of salt. This quote was designed for some good reason, but now I think it is used in bad reasons. Because when you help others, they just try to find the hidden motive, that okay, if he or she is helping me, then what is the reason behind that, what is her motive? So I think people don't believe that much in other people now, and that's why the people who try to help, they suffer. But as the topic is, they should still do it. And we see that there are so many businessmen, there are so many leaders which help other people. For example, if you see Mr. Ratan Tata or Mr. Mahindra, on yearly basis, they donate thousands. They donate crores of money, but still, if you see, each and every year their turnover increases exponentially. So if some people have this thing in their mind that okay, if they donate their money, they will be shortened. They will be reduced. Their money will be reduced. So this is not the case. If you help other one, that will come to you in exponential way. That will come to you exponentially. And I use Instagram, so I read it. I read a post on Instagram. It is said that love everyone and trust everyone, because whatever you give to others will come to you exponentially. So it happens that sometimes you help others, or sometimes you do good for others, but you're not getting the results suddenly, or within a week, within a month. So you feel distressed that why should I do this thing again, or why did I do this thing for that person? So you feel less confident and you feel troubled. But honestly, this is possibility that you are not getting the result of that thing right now. But trust me, God has some other plans, and He will give you He will give you the result of that in future, and in a good way. And with this, I also remember the topic that was there was some topic in our CHSL also, which goes that uh, givers may uh, sorry, the takers may eat better, but givers may sleep better. So there was this topic in CGL, and I would like to incorporate this thing here also, that yes, if someone is in need, you should help them. In that way, the takers who are getting that help from you, they will eat better, or they will have whatever they are requiring. But honestly, the one who is giving that thing will sleep better, because they will be at peace that okay, at the end of the day, I was of some help for the person. Otherwise we are just living our lives, and there are so many people on this earth, and you are also one more person on the earth. So what is the difference if you have not done anything for others? So if you, when you help others, you get that peace, you get that satisfaction inside you. And in today's world, I think peace of mind is something that we all are seeking, right? We have job, we have money, but still we see people that they're not satisfied. So at the end of the day, we want peace of mind, and we want satisfaction inside us, that we normally that we can get by helping others. So yes, I think this is the topic. This is what I say. And yes, I was saying that givers may sleep better. So this is why, that because they are helping others, so they are at peace that I have done what I should do. And yes, this is mainly in this we talk about physical things, but you should also talk about emotional things, right? People think that if they will give money, or if they will give materialistic things to people, then they are helping. But no, if someone is in problem, or if someone is suffering, I'm so sorry, if someone is suffering from some if someone is suffering from some disease, or if they have some mental problem going on, then in all these moments, you should listen to them, and you should help them, because
Manisha, that should do.
sir,
Very well done.
I'm so sorry for the disturbance. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I can understand. Well done, well done. Give her a huge round of applause. As usual, she spoke with such confidence, with such spontaneity. The topic comes and she starts like this. Okay, speaking is as simple as snapping fingers for her. Manisha, I
Yes,
must
sir.
I must say that I must not say much about what I feel, because you know that the best things should be left unsaid. So you understand the unsaid, right? And let's read what your lovely friends are saying. All right. My team writes, Dear Manisha, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. Keep up the great work. Now, before other messages arrive, Manisha, just want to tell you this, that you can never tell how karmic equations work. You cannot even be sure that karmic equations exist, right? We talk about karma and reincarnation. We're not sure. Who has ever seen what happens after death? It's very much possible that what traditional science would have us believe is true. Of course, modern science has a different view, but traditional science would say there's nothing such as life after death. The Charvakas and others, the atheist and the agnostic thoughts of Sanatan Dharma wouldn't subscribe to a view such as the existence of consciousness beyond the body. So you can never tell whether there is life after death, but assuming there is life after death, right? And assuming that there is something such as karmic connections. One of the possible reasons why the good doers often suffer is the arrangement of nature is such that the bad karma, or the load of the bad karma that they're carrying on their heads or on their personalities, are quickly dissolved by way of the suffering that comes their way. And because that process of dissolving the bad karma is hastened up, you find good people often suffering. That's again a viewpoint. I'm not suggesting that's how things are. That's a viewpoint. Okay. But what you said is excellent. Your speech has been a great speech. I absolutely loved it. I always love your speeches. I love this one as well. And indeed, what you said is correct, that in order to be sleeping peacefully, you have to be a good doer, right? If you are a recipient of things, well, you might be enjoying the resources. But at night, you might not have that contentment which is needed to give you good sleep. So do good. Those who do good get good sleep, or maybe they don't get good sleep all the time because the trouble and the anxiety and the pain become too much to handle, and they also suffer. Why? Well, you never know. You never know. The life itself is very mystery. I've been trying very hard to research on this subject because I wanted to write a book. The first two books that I wrote were kind of creative. Of course, they were fiction, but I did include some anecdotal um, themes in those books. So if you read my first book, my Paranormal Files, the first book of my series, my Paranormal Files, The Bureau, I have mentioned lots of events that were narrated to me by my loved ones, but by my friends. And there you also find a story, which, of course, I have kind of fictionalized. I've used my imagination to color it up, spice it up. But a lot of that is actually happened. So very difficult to infer what actually happens. There are people who proclaim that consciousness does exist beyond the body, and the consciousness is not the result of the chemical and physical and the biological forces happening inside the body. It is actually the other way around. The consciousness is primal, and the body is, in a way, the resultant of the workings of the consciousness. But, well, if you talk of the scientific experimentation and the logical application of mind and the rational spree of thoughts, you can never be so sure as to what is the truth, right? So life itself is a journey. Never be too orthodox or too accepting of stuff so as to believe what others are saying. Something may be written in a book, even if the book has come from somebody of authority, somebody you respect. Still, as you said, in your language, read the book and take the contents of the book with a pinch of salt, right? So very well spoken, Manisha. As always, you are such a great orator. Loved your speech. I'm saying it for the fourth time. Let me say it for the fifth time. Loved your speech. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. All right. So, okay. So my team says, Dear Manisha, I thoroughly enjoyed. I read this. I'm reading it again. I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. Keep up the great work. Kirti says, you are such a spiritual person. Speechless. You are such a mature soul. Without a trace of doubt, right? So Seema says, wonderful speech with such insightful thoughts, dear Manisha. Great job you did. Lots of claps, lots of inverted birthday caps with colors coming out, and then lots of thumbs up and lots of hearts for you. So Seema has sent you a lot of love and appreciation. Isha says, wow, I loved your speech. You have deep knowledge. You are such a genius. Completely agree with her. She has also sent you a trophy, she has sent you a heart, and she has sent you claps. So love and the symbol of victory and appreciation for you from Isha. All right. Kirti has said again, I'm speechless about your praise, as your words are as the words are feeble here to explain my true feelings for your appreciation. She is falling short of words. So probably she is also getting into that mold whereby we say that the best things should be left unsaid, because the most beautiful feelings of your heart cannot be verbalized. A human language may be very developed, very sweet, as we say, Samriddha Bhasha in Sanskrit. So a language can be very samriddha. It can be a samriddha bhasha, a very developed and brilliant language, a scientific language. But such beautiful thoughts of the heart cannot be verbalized in that language, regardless of how beautiful and strong it is. Okay, because human language is often too feeble to verbalize thoughts, right? So Kirti's feelings are understandable. Vamsi says, "Hey Manisha, your ability to deliver such a compelling and insightful speech on a challenging topic is truly impressive and also demonstrates your confidence and command over the topic." Completely agree with Vamsi. He couldn't have been more correct. Absolutely right. Well said, Vamsi. Pallavi says, "Wonderful performance, dear Manisha. Beautiful smiley, lots of this, lots of claps. As always, beautiful performance, Manisha. Beautiful performance, dear Manisha, as always. I truly believe that you are a very nice and intelligent person. And most importantly, the most beautiful soul I have ever met." Wow, what a compliment. Pallavi writes more about you. She says, "I learning a lot from you, really inspiring performance. Lots of beautiful smileys and claps for you." Nitesh says, "What a fantastic performance, Manisha." And then to this, "You spoke with such confidence and clarity. You delivered such an inspirational speech on such a difficult topic, which makes me say that you are a natural speaker. I salute your knowledge. You are a genius. Keep sharing your awesome thoughts and keep enlightening us with your incredible speeches. Thanks a lot for being a part of this program." Two beautiful smileys for you. I completely agree with Nitesh. Manisha says, "Thank you so much, everyone, for your appreciation." All right. Well done, Manisha. The next speaker for the day today is going to be Pallavi. Pallavi, say hello to me.
Hello, sir.
Right. Pallavi, again, the topic is a little tricky. I'm sure with your abilities, you'll pull it off. The topic is, life is not to be wasted on commerce alone. Life is not to be wasted on commerce alone. Life is not meant to be wasted on commerce alone. Shoot.
Okay. First of all, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. So the topic for today's spontaneous speech is like life is not to be wasted only on commerce. I think what this line want to tell us that in our life we should not be only focused more about the money. Commerce means something that is related to accounting of money, related to that. So I'm feeling this topic is telling about this, that our life is not only should be focused about earning money, to make more money, and around that it should be more about doing good things, as Manisha said in her last speech, that it is not only you have to do things that how you how you do so much like you work hard for getting job. Yes, it is important for a life that you should be dependent, you should be self dependent. So it is important that for become self independent there should be a job. So yes, I believe that first of all you should try to be capable of doing what you want to do in your life, and for that it is important to be financially independent. So that I think that a good job, a job with like a decent salary is important. But not only that is important, there are many things except that which are really important. And if you are not doing those things in your life, your life will not be complete and fulfilled as it should be. Like what we see that in today's time the people of, not I'm not saying everyone, but most of the people and some of the people what do that they just want a good job, and after that even though they get a good job they are not satisfied, they want something more. They are never satisfied in their life, they want something more, always more. And in terms of money, I'm not saying in terms of spiritual thing, like if we want something in terms of spiritual thing, like if we want to do something, like if we are doing something and we are not doing good things in our life, helping people in not that way that should be. So if we are trying to achieve that goal, so it is good. But if you are trying to be like more rich, more, you want something, you want to change your job, or you want something because of earning more money, so your thought is only based on your richness. Means what you want, that you want only your life should be so splendid, full of branded things, full of expensive things. You want only these things in your life, that is why you are not satisfied. So, what I believe, that once you get a decent decent job with decent salary, a good job, so you should now try to improve your life with other things, the things that is also important other than that, which is like first of all helping others, to support others not only financially but emotionally also, which is which you are which everyone is saying that there is so much, there is like everyone is so much busy in his or her life that that no one is getting time even for his family or friends. There are many times in life, that there are many situations in life when our family or friends don't want money from us, they just want the emotional help, the emotional support from us, that we are that we at that time, because of we are so much busy in our in earning money or making money, that we don't give time to them. That time they don't want our money. It's they will not be happy that if you will you give them so much money, and you give them so much you give them big house, you give them car. It's not important. It is like, yes, you give them necessary things, but important is you should also give them time. You should also build your relationship with them, because that is more important, that is more important than money. So yes, I believe that this should be done in our life in place of earning or making money, because that thing will make our life so good, so peaceful, and so calm, that we don't need to do other things, or we there this type of thoughts of earning more, or to be more greedy. These thoughts will vanish after some time. If you just went into a good path, a spiritual path, of a good path of helping others, of thinking good about others, you are just involved in your family, you want to spend time there, you are busy in spending time with them, you are doing vacations with them, you are even whatever time you get, you just feel that that time should be given to your family. If you are busy in these things, then the thought of earning money or making money will be vanished. You will feel like that you are satisfied what you are getting. It is enough. It is enough for you to make you and your family uh, to make your family to make your family happy. So yes, I believe that will vanish if these thoughts will come in our mind, and yes, that will come, and you will not think only about the commerce thing, to earn money, to save money, to do things. Yes, I believe that saving money is also important, because at some time, what happened if you have some money for the bad time, because no one say what time will come, so it's also important that you should have money. So yes, you should also think about saving money, not so much that you are not even uh, if someone wants help, if wants monetary help from you, such genuine help, and even if you have money, you are not giving them. So what the importance of that money? What will you do from that money? So that money, so this is why the money saving money is also important in some kind, in some way. And also not saving money, I if we are talking about commerce, what I believe, that investing money is important, like what people do, like they save money.
Pallavi, Pallavi,
Uh, okay.
I can keep on listening to you, but the time has come to an end, so I'm having to stop you. Very well done. Very well done. Excellent performance. Excellent performance. Right. Sometimes, in order to make your speech sound even better, avoid repeating words. For instance, the word important, right? Instead of saying important at all times, you can say essential. You can say use the word crucial. So do not, of course, you can use the word important umpteen times, even when you are speaking. But in order to sound even more professional, what you did is absolutely acceptable. Let me tell you, in the higher echelons of um, administration and be it government administration, be it corporate administration, be it entrepreneurial administration, be it say film production units administration or the administration of some event management project, be it anything, you need to sound different from the crowd. In fact, in all these areas, the ones that I mentioned, people speak very bad English, but it doesn't matter, right? What you are saying is just fine. If you speak like this, you will, in any case, be standing apart. You will be different from the crowd. You'll easily be identifiable in the crowd because the crowd will be crowd and Pallavi will be Pallavi. But still make an endeavor to sound even better, right? So brilliant performance, Pallavi. Well done. Truly appreciate this effort. And what I said for Manisha, I say to you also. I'm not expressing all my happiness right here. I'm not telling you how impressed I am, because the best thing should be left unsaid. Let's read what your wonderful friends are saying about you.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
And yes, I want to say something. I will just try to improve what you said and make sure that the next time when my turn, my speech will come, so I will try to improve and to add those things that you have said. Thank you, sir, for the suggestions. I really appreciate it and I really liked it.
Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you for being so open to suggestions. Also, do remember, one of the keys to speaking well is to listen to yourself. Why do people make such gross errors while speaking? Why do people sound so funny? Why do people speak such rubbish at times? Why do people repeat the same thing? Why can't people go beyond certain limits? Why can't people speak good English? One of the primal reasons I can tell you lies in the fact that they are always in a hurry to finish what they are saying, and they are disinterested, completely detached from what they are saying, because they are not paying attention to what they are saying. I listen to every word that I say. And when anybody pays attention to what he or she is saying, then the probability of speaking loose words, saying expressions or verbalizing expressions, speaking expressions, or coming up with expressions that are distasteful goes down, in order to ensure that you speak well and you speak substantive and you sound sweet and you sound appealing. Make sure you are listening to every bit of what you are saying. Now that I'm talking to you, Pallavi, I'm pretty conscious of what I'm saying. And I am not willing to detach myself from what I'm saying by turning a deaf ear. I am all ready and all fueled up to listen to every word that I'm saying right now. If I lose focus over what I'm saying, I will make such brazen mistakes. Very important that you focus on what you are saying. Remember, listening skills is not just about listening to what others are telling you. Listening skills is also Important in the sense that you got to listen to yourself. If you go by my advice, I would say it is more important to listen to yourself than listening to others. If you don't want to lose expressions by mistake, sometimes we say the most torrid things, the most horrible things that we never meant to say. Why do such mistakes happen? Because we are not keeping track of what we are saying. Listen to what you are saying. Listen to others, of course, sentence by sentence, strand by strand, what I explained to you when I discussed active listening. But also make sure that you are listening to yourself. When you are listening to yourself properly, you speak better. Am I clear, Pallavi?
Yes,
Unmute.
sir.
Right. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much. Now let's see what your great
Thank you,
friends are
sir.
saying. You're most welcome, my dear. All right. Okay. Here we have the Okay, Manisha has conveyed her thanks to you first because you said such beautiful things for Manisha. Manisha has said, "Thank you so much, everyone, for your appreciation." And then she also writes, "Pallavi, same goes for you. I feel so blessed to meet you. You are an amazing soul." And she has also given you a smiley. Now, my team says, "Dear Pallavi, you nailed it. What a thrilling and realistic speech. You have made me speechless." My team is spot on. Seema says, "Fantastic speech, dear Pallavi. And really, I do want to say that you are such a great soul. Feeling so wonderful to listen to you." Lots of claps, lots of thumbs up, lots of hearts. Okay. So appreciation and best of luck wishes and lot of love from Seema for you, Pallavi. Isha says, "So confident and organic your thoughts are. Pallavi, you are a pro speaker. Keep it up." And then she has clapped for you and sent you a wonderful smiley. And from all parts of that smiley, love is oozing out. Okay, so she has told you with this message how much she appreciates you and how much she loves you, which is a very nice thing to say. All right. Kirti says, "Pallavi, you are very strong and a brave soul. You are perfect at articulating your speech, and you made your speech effective, considerable, and impressive with your practical knowledge. Kudos to you." Absolutely. Kirti also has said some beautiful things for you, and she is right, of course. Manisha says, "Pallavi, it was a fantastic speech. Your confidence was oozing out through the screen." Just kidding. Okay. She wrote, "Just kidding." You were looking so confident. It was full of knowledge and learnings. And then she has clapped for you and sent the directorial symbol. "Your sweet voice makes your speech more beautiful. Thank you so much for the speech, Pallavi." And then two beautiful smileys. All right. So Kirti also writes again, "Pallavi, I find you a very simple person with a very big heart, with big at heart. You are a super soul. You are indeed a super soul." Well, Kirti has sent you some beautiful messages. Completely agree. You are indeed a super soul. Okay, moving on. All right. So Vamsi says, "Hey, Pallavi, your speech on such a complex topic was truly remarkable. You conveyed your thoughts with a lot of clarity and confidence. It's not easy to speak on such a challenging topic, but you made it look effortless." And then Pallavi writes, "Thank you so much, everyone, for your appreciation. It really means a lot to me." And then she's sent two beautiful smileys. Nitesh says, "What a wonderful speech, Pallavi," and claps. "You spoke nonstop with such clarity on this tough topic. Really impressive." And then two balls of fire, which are coming at you to salute you. "Your thoughts are so educational and so enlightening. It's always great to listen to your speeches. You spoke like a pro. Keep it up." And then there are two thumbs up for you. And Pallavi says, "Thank you, Nitesh. Really means a lot." Okay, so brilliant performances all round. Great performances at the grammar exercises. Great performances by these two genius girls in the spontaneous session. Manisha came up with something so startling. Pallavi came up with something so startling. Great performances, girls. Both of you are on your way to glory. Can we again applaud for these two brilliant girls? Please clap for Manisha and Pallavi. And you can clap for yourselves as well. Manisha and Pallavi, clap for yourselves. Pallavi, I don't see your hands. Clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Right. So Seema has also sent claps for everyone. Seema has sent claps. See, loud and clear. All right. Thank you, everyone. Just an announcement. I need your cooperation for the streaming sessions, even if it is just for some time. Do join the session. It always helps my YouTube channel go up the ladder on whatever they call it, the SEO optimization or whatever. So please help this channel grow, because earlier I was really at one point of time, a couple of years back, I didn't focus too much on this channel because my primary idea was to write stories and broadcast them. And I've been doing that. But now that I'm trying to take spoken English to one and all, this channel can be of great use, right? And you being such wonderful souls, super souls, you ought to help me and help yourselves, because this is not just my channel. This is equally your channel. So please join me for the live streaming session, not only today, even tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have a 5.5 hours marathon live streaming session, which is going to start in the morning, probably around 9, could be 10 also, I don't know. But I'll be going for a 5.5 marathon. You can take up some book and read along with me. You can do some other work. You can study whatever you want to do. You can sync that activity with my productive hours. So whenever I start, you can also start. So I do the Pomodoros. You know how it is done: 30 minutes of work followed by 5 minutes of rest. Then again 30 minutes of work followed by 5 minutes of rest. This way I'll be doing 10 Pomodoros tomorrow, which would mean 5 hours. 5 hours, and probably, since we'll be taking breaks in between, it'll be 45 minutes of break. So somewhere close to quarter to 6 hours. I mean, 5 hours and 45 minutes or 6 hours. So it'll be a marathon tomorrow. Every holiday it'll be a marathon. And also to keep in mind that you got to join me in the morning as well in the streaming session. Not just that, no holiday for you in the evening tomorrow. We are going to have a class, right? So please make sure that you join me at 7:30. Thank you so very much, all of you. You are such brilliant, brilliant personalities. Absolutely feel honored to be teaming up with you. Thank you so much. Take good care. And I have some messages over here. All right. Vamsi says, is the live streaming happening in the morning tomorrow? Well, it's going to happen in the morning tomorrow. And today's streaming will start in a while. After I finish this class, I'll start with the streaming session. That'll be a 2-hour streaming session. 2 hours plus around, say, 15 or 20 minutes of break. So say 2.5 hours roughly. Sometimes after finishing the 4 Pomodoros, when I feel like continuing for a little more time so that I can finish the story or finish some context of the story, I continue writing. So it'll be roughly a 2.5 hour session today. Tomorrow, it'll be a marathon. It'll be a close to 6-hour session, right? So the streaming will happen today. The streaming is also going to happen tomorrow. The streaming is going to happen every day. I cannot just let a day go without writing. I got to write every day. I got to write every day. And possibly I'll be writing with my dying breath as well. That is the kind of love I have for literature. And that is the kind of love I have for all my learned students. Thank you so much for being a part of this training session. Take good care of yourselves. Have a great day tomorrow. Good night and take care.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good
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 night.
night,
night,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Take
Good
care.
night,
Night,
sir.
sir.
Good night, sir.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night. Take care.
Take care to all of you. Good night to all of you.
Good night.
Good night.